all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how you doing? Another day, another 45 cents saved. Might be able to afford a pot noodle now. Woo! Fancy parking there. Right, what we're going to talk about now. I've just been looking at, doing some research on Mike Tyson's trial back in '92, and I don't know, there's a lot of evidence that the jury didn't get to hear, didn't they? You know, it makes you wonder what his legal team were doing, doesn't it? Because if that were me, I'd be kicking and screaming. So I think it casts doubt over his conviction, but I don't know. So I don't think he got a fair trial. But anyway, I'll be tired today. I'll go for some kip. Now, I was hoping to give Dennis a ring and see if we can get Dennis on the phone. See if we can have a chat with Dennis. See how he's on with. Hey Dennis. I'll find him. Let's have a look. There we are. See if we can get old Ron Lyle on phone. There we go.
Welcome to the O2 messaging service. The person you're calling is unable to take your call. Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Dennis is the only man I know that has 2-hour meetings about what colour jeans he's going to buy from Meadow Hall. Dennis, I've got camera running. Are you still in that meeting? I'll be home in about half an hour if you want to give me a ring, mate. Camera's rolling. I'm just going to fill a bit of time out talking about current events in boxing. I thought I might give you a bit of PR then. I know how you Hobsons love a camera. Alright mate, see you in a bit, pal. Come on then, you've pressed buzzer. Go across the zebra. Always does me head in that when people press buzzer to cross over when they could have walked over before I even got there. I want to go out for a pint today on my own. Just sit there and drink a cool glass of beer without any stress. Or just go home and get in bed. I'm that tired. Catches up on you having your own channel. What do you reckon, Steffi? Have you got your own channel yet? Or are you just, you know, pretending? What you got? Not got your channel yet, Steph? Hey Steffi, I think I'm going to be going to Josh Wales show in Barnsley. I think Dennis has got I think one of Dennis's lads is going to be fighting on there, or it's something to do with it, so I might see you there for a pint. Should be a good night, that, shouldn't it? What do you reckon, Steph? Is it going to be a good night? I think it'd be a great night. It'd be a smashing night. But we'll see, won't we, Steffi? I like them, you know, Audi Q3s. I think they're a nice car. I think Dennis's daughter's just bought one of them. Same as that. No shape. I think they're alright. I don't like them Q7s. I did loads of miles in that one of Den's last year. Big thing, aren't they? Big old bus 7-seater. But all German stuff's good, in it. All German cars. But Bob Aram says that Fury Wilder could have been a bigger fight. I thought they promoted it alright, to be honest. But he would say that, wouldn't he, the Bob father? I think the rematch will be mega money. And of course it puts Big Dossa Femi out of equation, doesn't it? Tyson against Wilder's a massive fight, a rematch. If Tyson wins, they'll have a trilogy, won't they? So Joshua's going to be out at picture for at least another year. Over a year. Going to be out at pitch 17 months. He's going to be fighting Miller, probably Pula. I think we're going to go our mandatory route. That'll be Eddie Hearn. We've got to keep our mandatories piling up. Just like Eubank. Screaming for a mandatory all the time, weren't they, when they had Eubank, when they had an hard fight come up. Oh, we've got a mandatory. Barry Hearn, that's why we have exemptions. They're called exemptions. You apply to Lindsay Tucker at the IBF, he will give you an exemption. It's not a big job. Get an exemption if you wanted the fight. Make the fight that the whole of Britain wants. Tyson against the Big Dossa. That's the fight. The Big Dossa getting iced. Like Bellew got iced. I love it when people get iced. But as long as they get home to the family, it's all good, isn't it? But you can't beat a bit of ice, ice, baby. So, can't wait to go home to them. I'm shattered. But yeah. So, meanwhile, in other news, water is wet. Is Dillian White gonna sign for Al Haymon? Is Carl Frampton gonna make a comeback? Of course he is. They're not gonna let him off at hook, are they? Have you already seen Frank Warren's comments on Boxing Scene today? Oh, I just thought that Carl Frampton just had a bad night and Josh Warrington were inspired. No, Frank. What you really should have said was, yeah, Carl Frampton's a nice guy, but he's on the slide. He's on the top of the... He's reached the top of the mountain. He's coming down now. Josh Warrington's reached the top. He's going to stay there a year, 18 months. Then he'll start coming down. It's called boxing, Frank. It's called boxing. Stop trying to put a spin on it. You'd love to get Frampton. You'd love to get Frampton in Ireland again, wouldn't you? At an open stadium. Of course you would, man. Frampton Santa Cruz or Frampton Warrington in Ireland. That's the fight, Frank, isn't it, really? That's a good fight. You know what? I'm having problems with lighting. But I've just had a light bulb moment. Oops. Hang on, I think I've had a light bulb moment. I'll tell you what, let me pull up and sort this out. That's better. Take my wing mirror off, why don't you, love? I don't like them Seater beefers now. I know they're made by VW, but if truth be known, they're only engine, aren't they, and running gear. Still says a beef on badge, doesn't it? Who want anything Spanish? Unless it's paella. Have you ever seen paella when you're on holiday though, when you're walking by restaurants? Looks like poo in rice, doesn't it? That's what I think anyway. But food according to Porky. Jesus, what next? Cookbooks. I used to have one of them, Alfa Romeo Me2. Right beast it was. Long story that car was, let me tell you. Am I in trouble? But yeah, Frampton, He needs to fight Warrington if he's going to get money, but is it going to be a good fight after the last one? I just thought he looked old in it, and it was awful to see. Yeah, it was awful to see Frampton fighting like that, I felt. Let's have a look. Oh, that's better. But Ted Cheeseman, as I said to you over there, I think that's a great fight. And do you know what I think's another great fight as well? I think Dillian White against Tony Bellew. I mean, I've heard of a couple of people that Bellew and Eddie Hearn have spoke about coming back. You know, spoke about the heavyweight division. And I won't put it past Eddie Hearn to want another card up his sleeve at the moment, because he's in a bit of a dilemma at the moment, Eddie Hearn, isn't he, with Dillian White? If Dillian White gets another pay-per-view and it's not Joshua, what are they doing with his career? I know he's mounting money up, and Eddie thinks it's answer to everything, but Dillian White needs to get a move on now, doesn't he? He's not fought for a European title yet, and he beats Caballel, doesn't he? Really? Is Dillian White Caballel? Is that a pay-per-view? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's a pay-per-view, that, but I'd like to see him pick up that belt. Yep, I'd like to see him pick up that belt. I'd like to see Dillian White against Joe Joyce. I'd like to see that fight as well. I think that's a good fight. Dillian against Joe Joyce. That's a great fight. That is a proper fight. Two big punchers. One that's experienced in pros and not much amateur game, and one that's our most decorated heavyweight amateur against who's inexperienced as a pro. So I think it's a great fight. I think it really is a great fight. If Eddie Hearn can put Dillian White on against Joe Joyce, I'd give him loads of respect. Loads and loads of respect. Because like I said, I think it's a great fight. I think Joe Joyce comes to fight, he doesn't take a backward step. You don't see Dillian White on back foot much, do you? So, good fights. Good fights then. Good fights. Not doing very good with lighting situation, are we? Oh, that's better, isn't it? That's loads better. That's loads better. Tell you another great fight as well. Kell Brook against Beefy Smith. I like that fight as well. Yeah, I like that fight. What do you think, Martin Turner? You're a bit of a boxing geek, aren't you, Martin Turner? I know you've got about 3 accounts on YouTube, but you keep following my channel, mate. So I've got to tip me hat to you. Keep following, keep watching. Respect to anybody who watches my channel. Give them loads of respect, loads. So that's what it's all about, isn't it? Even though I don't interact on it in tweets and all that, I do my interacting on the what I'm doing now. That's good enough for me, because there's more to life than social media, isn't there? When you're doing 3 videos a day, even though I've cut times down on them for a bit, because we get to know how long people are watching them for, and you know, there's an average of 8+ minutes to watching of it, so we're tending to find out little bits and bats about the channel as it grows, and all the statistics that we're getting, that NJ's getting. Fancy slamming on like that, love. Hey, well done, hey. I bet you passed your test first time, didn't you, love? Hey, you need a tin up around here, don't you, in Brayford? Look at this here. Cheers, love. I wonder how many people have had the wing mirrors smashed up here at this junction. Hey, Jesus. It's like, you know what, you could be put off but moving to an area if roads are tight like this, or if they've got loads of speed bumps, you know, like look, up near Stringers in Conisborough, they've got about 30 speed bumps, and there ain't even a bus up there or a school. You know what I mean? Unlucky, mate, I'm out before you. But yes, so oof, God, I need to get back to having a front wheel drive car, me, because I think rear wheel drive for me, I'm going to end up doing what I did with that Capri I had. Probably nearly end up going over a cliff. But woo! Jesus! I'm getting too old for this. Getting way too old for this. What do you reckon, boys and girls? Sprucing the video up a bit today. Hey, what do you reckon? 60 mile an hour. That's the way forward, isn't it? Can't be speeding, can we? Speeding's not good, so that's why I tend to stick to 60. If you stick to 60, you're alright, but your speed's not good. But getting back to boxing, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. I'm going to finish on this. It's now become a bit of a soap opera. It's like Dallas with gum shields, isn't it? It's like Dallas with gum shields. We're fed up of it now. Fed up of it. We just want to see people fight, don't we now? Cheers, mate. We just want to see people fight and get it over and done with. Do you know what I mean? That's all we want to see. So that's about it really for today. Another day, another 45 cents. There's 50 cents and there's 45 cents. So peace out, keep on trucking, and keep supporting boxing. It's a great sport and we all love it. Alright, peace out.